Hey everybody, welcome back to the Mindcatcher's channel. You will see I have some Cyber Kisses merch now. So I'm super excited about that. And if you would love to support me, please go over and click on some of those links and get you some merch. And we're going to do this beautiful look today, which is inspired by my beautiful nails. I'm going to have a nail tutorial showing you guys how I did them. And I hope you enjoy. We're going to start off today with some tape. We're going to put that on our eyes just to get a nice, clean, crisp look. Also, we're using our CoverGirl eyeshadow primer. I believe that's called the Lid Lockup. We're also using LA Girl Pro Concealer. I believe that one is in the shade Almond. We want all of the shades to really pop on our lid, so I went a little lighter this time. For my transition color, I'm using the shade Midwest from the Wants palette from Emily Noel 83 here on YouTube. It's been a while since I played in her palette. We're going into the shade Dues Paid, and it's a little deeper. I really like this shade as a transition shade as well. Very, very pretty. And we're building up our depth and everything. It's going to look very nice once we're done. I'm also going into the shade Apartment, and with all three of these shades, I'm using the same brush. This is a oldie but a goodie. This is the Sonia Kashuk brush, came from Target. I love it. It's so nice and fluffy, and it just blends everything so perfectly. I'm going to be using my Makeup Forever Aqua XL pencil. This one is an M10. That's the darkest shade. It's black, beautiful. Next, we're going to go into our eyebrow. This is the shade Hobby. And it's really not showing up on my skin or anything. I'm just using it as something to blend the top layers of shades at the top of my eyelid. I'm using a clean brush to do that. I'm using NYX base. This one is in Skin Tone, I believe, and I'm going to cut my crease. I started out with a Profusion flat brush, and then I switched over to a different brush because I have hooded eyes and I needed something that was a little bit stiffer. So I've switched over to a Bodyography Pro brush. This is the angle liner brush, and it was just stiff enough to give me a precise line. So I like that brush a little better. I'm going into the shade Oh Heavens, and it is a pretty creamy type shade. It has a little bit of duochromeness to it. I want to say it looks more like a pearl. It's very pretty. When I move my head around, you will see a little bit of a shine or a shimmer to it. It's a very pretty shade. Hard to describe shades, but it's gorgeous. On top of that, I'm going to put some cosmetic grade glitter. I'm using my Too Faced glitter glue, and this glitter is from, don't let me lie, guys. Oh, Model's Own. That's the name, and the name of the shade is Pluto. And they're so cute and pretty, and they show pink and teal and other shades when you move your head around. It's just so pretty. It's kind of mermaidish. Very pretty glitter. All right, in the inner corner, I tried to put the shade The Cream. That's the name of the shade. I don't really think it popped much, but that's what I put there. I'm using L'Oreal Lash Paradise on my top lashes, but I am going to apply some lashes from LA Colors. I believe it's in the style, let me not lie, 976. On my bottom lashes, I'm using the CoverGirl Primer. And I'm going to allow that to sit on my lids until the very end. I'm going to apply some mascara down there. All right, for my face, it's pretty much the same thing I've been doing for the past couple of tutorials. My favorite foundation is the NYX Can't Stop Won't Stop foundation. I'm using the shade Cocoa. I'm using my favorite brush to apply it from Sigma. Guys, if you have not checked out my foundation playlist, please check that out. I have reviewed lots of foundations this year, at least 20 or 30. So please check out that playlist. I'll leave it down below. For my concealer or under eye highlight, I'm using ColourPop Cosmetics concealer. I believe it's in shade 52 or 50, something like that. But just to give a little highlight down the nose, forehead, chin, places like that. And I'm using my brush just to go around those edges and, you know, smooth things out so it won't look so harsh. Using the Pretty Vulgar translucent powder that came in a boxy charm, and I'm loving it, guys. Darker skin tones, you're gonna love it too. It's a very finely milled powder, and it does brush away, no flashback. I'm using Tarte Tarteist mascara for my bottom lash line. And for my contour, I actually went back into the palette and used the shade Apartment. So it really did turn out nice. You know, I took a chance on that, but I like that shade. As a bronzer today, I'm going to be using Maui Nights from Becca Cosmetics, and it's somewhat like a blush on me. It has a very deep reddish undertone, so it looks more like a blush. It reminds me of Raisin from MAC. On my lips, I'm using Palladio. This is in the shade Coffee, and I'm really digging this lip liner. I've been reaching for it a lot lately. It was very affordable. It kind of reminds me of Chestnut from MAC, just a tad bit darker. For my lipstick, I'm using Nude La La from Mented Cosmetics. They're a Black-owned company. I do have reviews on several of their lipsticks, so I'll have those listed down below. And just for a little gloss, I'm using a gloss from Tarte. It's one of the H2O glosses. Doesn't really give off much color once you blend it in, but it did give a nice little, you know, gloss to the lip. I felt like the lip needed a little glossiness. I'm using Cover FX Illuminating Spray, and then on top of that, I'm using Urban Decay's Naked Cherry Spray, and it smells so good. And that is the completed look. I'm going to change my hair up a bit, and I hope that you guys enjoy this look and you find it pretty easy to replicate. If so, please tag me in your pictures on Instagram. I would love to see them. Cyber kisses, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.